Whoa! What's going on, gamers? Welcome back to another custom meme reaction. Get your snacks, because this one is another Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. This theory might finally fully solve the books. I have been waiting for this one. Also, Gilbert is back! Okay, everyone can be quiet about how Gilbert got kidnapped by Thomas the cat and got killed. No, he didn't. He's right here. This is the real Gilbert. I promise. I can sort of promise you, that's all I can say, legally, that this is the real Gilbert. Anyways, boys, if you enjoy my videos, make sure you like and sub and all that. It helps me get bigger in the YouTube community. What am I saying? I'm bad at words. Anyways, let's get into this reaction.
Hello all, and welcome to what
Alright,
I
Rim
believe
Games,
to be
blow
the
my
biggest
mind.
episode yet in this Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared theory series.
I'm excited.
If you haven't watched the rest of the series yet, I would recommend doing
Everyone,
that because this episode builds on all of those to answer.
Rim Games has hit 10,000. Congratulations, man. Me next.
Some of our biggest questions yet. What does the book mean? What is up the stairs? And what is up with Leslie? For how long I've kept talking about this book, it's time to finally answer everything.
Okay.
So let's just jump
So
right
he's
in.
officially answering everything.
This
I'm
book
gonna
is
try
the
to stop
biggest
pausing as
shock
much as
factor
well.
in the
Everyone
show.
hates when I
Leslie,
pause.
the person that we see with the most control in the show so far,
Of course.
gives this book to Yellow Guy to help him understand his reality.
Yes.
Right when we are about to learn what this book means, it's shredded.
Yep.
It seems that we would never actually understand this book or figure out what it means.
Which-
But as long as I'm here, there's always a solution.
Good.
There are a lot of questions we need to answer about this book. Our first question is, who wrote this book? Then we need to
Leslie.
figure out why Leslie even has this book. And then we finally need to figure out what this book says. Let's start with our first question of who
I know I
wrote
said I
the
wouldn't pause as much, but let me just take my guesses. Who wrote the book? Leslie. Who does why does Leslie have it? Because she wrote the book. What does it say? It
book. When looking at this, we have three possible choices. One, it was Leslie.
Yes.
This seems like a choice that would be
or
everyone's
if it was
list, as
Yellow.
she's the one holding
For
the book.
some reason, if Yellow wrote it.
It was Yellow Guy.
Hey!
Working with the symbols on the napkin before we even see them in the book. 3, it was a third party and came from whoever's up the stairs.
Yes.
Let's begin with some facts that we know that could definitely help us out. Number 1, we know for sure that Yellow Guy's familiar with these symbols in one way or another.
Yeah, because he wrote them.
We see him writing these on a napkin and understanding what the book says, and we see that the entire book is written in this language when we can see the shredded remains.
Okay.
This will be a point for Yellow Guy.
Oh!
Whew, what a game.
Goal!
These next pieces of evidence are starting to dig in deep. We see Leslie pull out this book from her cloak,
Flashing
and
Yellow
when
Guy.
she does, she blows off all the dust that has lined the top.
Meaning it hasn't been
seems
opened
quite
in a
strange to
long
Leslie.
time.
We see that everything in her attic is so neat and tidy, even asking Yellow Guy to help her tidy up with the smallest amount of mess. The only mess she has in the attic
my
is
throat.
the yarn and furniture lying around, which is all condensed to this small area on top of her piano. It would seem very strange for someone who cares about their personal items and stuff she uses frequently to have a layer of dust coating her book. I think we can deduce that
I don't
she
think that's her
hasn't
book.
read this book,
That's not
or
her
if she
book.
has, she hasn't touched it in a very long time. The next thing we should
I think
look
it's
at
Yellow.
is Yellow Guy's familiarity with all of these symbols around him. Once he becomes smart again, he almost immediately starts making up this spatial distribution-based puzzle.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
A little spatial distribution-based puzzle of my own. See?
While before we could have just argued that he's trying to decipher these symbols.
Now, you guys don't think, okay, this is gonna be stupid. You know how they started the episode with a crossword thing or whatever and all that, and then he immediately switches over to the spatial distribution puzzle? Both of those are puzzles. You don't think that the spatial distribution puzzle is some weird crossword, do you? Like, I know that sounds off, but like there's this small possibility that it's a crossword, and I'm hanging on to it.
But he confirms here that he in fact came up with these symbols, and based on our dive
he
into
came
how
up with
Yellow
it,
Guy's
okay.
brain works in episode 2, he has to
Trying to
regain these
fix my
connections
mic a little
in
bit
his
here,
brain,
boys.
so he's still not quite sure what they mean, hence why he's experimenting again. This is a huge point towards Yellow Guy, as he literally confirms that he created these symbols.
Yeah, Yellow
This
Guy definitely wrote
creates
the book.
a huge complication, however.
That means
Yellow
maybe
Guy
upstairs
created
is
these
Yellow
symbols.
Guy's room.
How could he possibly write this book before he received it? Well, we've already
Well, he
previously
lost his
analyzed
memory
that
whenever
Yellow Guy is very aware of
he
the
took out
upstairs,
the batteries.
and we've concluded that it's because he's been there before. He's
Yeah.
had ample opportunity to write this book before his batteries run out, and once he gets them replaced, he doesn't fully understand the book because he completely lost these connections. We can even say that
That's
Yellow
like it's
Guy
like
does
muscle memory.
eventually make all of these connections again and understand the book, as we never see him open it both in the attic or in the kitchen before he starts trying to tell his friends about it. However, we don't have a lot of real evidence for this, so this is all just speculation. We do, however, have a lot more evidence for Yellow Guy writing this book. There are two actions that Yellow Guy does in the attic that are a huge deal. The first big thing is that Leslie gives Yellow Guy this book without him even asking for it.
Well, the only thing I have to say against that, and I completely agree, I think Yellow Guy wrote this book. But the only thing I gotta say about that is he wants to like know more. He wants to be knowledgeable. She gives him the book. So he technically did ask for it, or he asked for something to make him more knowledgeable. Maybe this gives him all of his memory back.
And Yellow Guy's even confused why she hands him this book.
You wanted this, didn't you?
Yeah, see? That implies that he asked.
Did I?
The next thing is that Leslie laughs a lot towards Yellow Guy's questions, as if the answer should be obvious and that he should already know them, but the fact that he doesn't is funny to her.
That's a good question.
What's the answer?
But
Yeah,
there's
it's like,
still one
huh.
more huge thing. Leslie says a few very specific words after yelling at Yellow Guy that I want you to pay attention
I'm trying to soak in everything.
Gosh, you still can't see the funny side.
Leslie says that
You
Yellow
still
Guy
can't see the funny
still
side.
can't see the funny side. Not that he just can't see the funny side, but
You
that he
still
can't see the funny side. Now, we could say that she is just...
So maybe, okay, here's my thing. So whenever Yellow Guy puts in the batteries and stuff, she's saying this to the smart Yellow Guy. She's talked to smart Yellow Guy before. Like, this has happened before. Maybe smart Yellow Guy gave her the book. Alright, so, or the old one. And when he did that, you know, she was like, wow, this is clever, but I can't read this. And then she gives it back to him or something. Yeah, but like, he's not laughing. He's not joking. He's like Red Guy in the original episode. You guys remember where he's like, what does he say? Jesus, I haven't watched. He's like, that sounds really boring, you know? So this is kind of what Yellow Guy's doing. Whenever he's like that, he's not having fun. He's just going knowledge. He's just going brain blast, big brain, Jimmy Neutron.
Interacted with the dolls enough to be able to make
Sorry,
this
that was a
general
long one.
statement about his pessimism, but definitely not. While Yellow Guy is the most tortured of the group, he is the least pessimistic. In jobs, he goes along with everything they do in such a cheery nature, while it's Duck who is taking this seriously. In family, Yellow and Red Guy are going along with this family, and once again,
see
it's
there,
Duck
Yellow's
who
definitely
doesn't
having
wanna hear
fun.
any
Like,
of it.
he's chilling.
In transportation, Duck and Yellow Guy are trying to be civil, follow directions, and stay at home, while Red Guy is the one who wants to break free. And during the beginning of episode 6, Yellow Guy is so into everything that they are doing that he doesn't even care that his guitar is not real. He's just strumming away and having
That's what I'm
the
saying,
time
man.
of
The
his
guy is
life.
just
If
chilling.
Leslie were to make this general statement about anyone here, it should be directed towards Duck, who at least
Well, I think
once
she's
in every
directing it
episode
towards, like I
didn't
said,
want to be
the
a part of the
yellow
lesson,
guy she's
or
talking
Red
to
Guy,
now,
who
not that
always
yellow
seems
guy.
to want to break free. Leslie cannot make such a general statement about the character that follows almost everything she does. She has to have interacted with him previously, which fits perfectly with the rest of our evidence that we've gathered here in episode 2. We not only figured out who wrote this book, but how this book could possibly have been written in this timeline. There is one new issue to address, however. How does Leslie have
He
this book?
gave it to her.
This question is
Maybe he
rough.
felt
And
the
to
batteries
answer it,
like
we
dying
first
or
have to
something. He's
figure
like,
out
take
what
this.
this book says, which is even rougher. Let's start by figuring out what we know. First of all, there are stairs above Leslie, so we can write down that Leslie is not the highest level in this
There's
universe.
one more.
If we created a feudal pyramid for this show,
Maybe like a-
we can 100%
Here.
at most put her at the second from the top, knowing that there was at least one thing above her. Now, let's take a look at Leslie herself. We know that she doesn't have full control of these puppets, and she even looks puppet-like with her colored stitches.
Yeah.
We can also see that her room is in the dollhouse.
I bet the top room is one of two things. It's either a production studio, which would be hilarious. That would absolutely fit into the story of what the top room is. They go upstairs and they see them making the show. Like that's as high up as you can get. Or it's a throne for yellow guy. I mean, that's it.
As if to indicate that she is also under the influence of somebody, just like our main cast of characters.
Yes, sir.
Now we need to start looking at some things that are less in our face. Let's take a look again at the David scene in episode 5, the ending of episode 5, and the first time we meet her in episode 6.
So
Let's
5,
start
5,
with
and
the David
6.
scene.
Oh, careful.
When watching the end of this scene, we can hear Leslie yelling for Yellow Guy to watch where he's going before screaming. We can hear her still feeling strongly about the accident and not quite having gotten over it. Let's write that down and start looking at the ending of episode 5. She ends this episode by saying this.
I've heard this before.
You may feel like
You're all alone.
but no matter how much the wheels turn, the journey always
Ends up back home.
Some things in her sentence
Yeah.
feel a little weird. For one, she says, you may feel like you're alone, which was never in the question. They never felt like they were inherently alone,
I
as
mean,
they were a group of friends.
You can be together with people and still feel alone. That's all I'm
The
saying.
only person alone here is Leslie. This feels less like a commentary on the characters and more like a commentary on her. Let's write that down and move on to the first time we meet her.
I do agree
She
she
says
does
some
look like
very
she's
interesting
alone.
things the first time we meet her, which we need to analyze very closely.
Okay,
First
I'm
things
analyzing.
First, let's play the clip.
batteries can be replaced,
Battery.
but some things stay the same.
Okay.
No matter how we twist and turn, we're still dancing in chains.
I'm gonna say, I know I said I wouldn't pause as much, boys, but like I like to give my input. I don't like to just sit here and you know? But like, okay, batteries can be replaced. Obviously, batteries in him getting replaced, but some things stay the same. Maybe he's still not seeing the funny side, even though he replaced his batteries. No matter how we twist and turn, we're still dancing in chains. No matter how many batteries you put in yourself, no matter how smart you get, you're still not the top dog. You're still a puppet.
Let's start with the first thing she says.
That's what I think.
Batteries can be replaced, but some things stay the same. The first part of this sentence is very straightforward, as she is commenting on what just happened with Yellow Guy. But the second half is very interesting. She says that some things stay
So what stayed the same about Yellow Guy?
She is telling us that
His
she
appearance?
has experience in this attic and with these characters. She has clearly been there for a decent stretch of time. The next sentence is even deeper. She
I can
says
see
that
that.
no matter how much we twist and turn, we are still dancing in chains.
That is
This sentence is
that's a 2006
loaded with
emo
information. In the first part
lyric
of her
ready to
sentence,
happen.
She says, no matter how we twist and turn. She indicates that there are multiple times that things twist and turn. That means the direction has changed multiple times.
Well, yeah,
which
every
can tell
episode.
us that Leslie is not happy with her current situation. And
I
we
wouldn't
already
be
know that
either.
She's been there for a long time. The last thing she says is, we're still
dancing in
chains.
chains. Where somebody else.
They are still dancing in
No,
chains. We are still dancing in chains. She is putting herself in the same group as the rest of the cast, showing us
The
that
directors
she is
did
also
put her
being
in the show.
controlled. We now know that Leslie has been there for a long time.
I still think
and
the
that she is
directors are
being
going to be the
controlled,
top.
but wishes to break free. We figured out that Leslie does not want to be here, but then why is she here? We could theorize that she is some sort of security guard type character that just guards the door to the upstairs.
Is it Rebecca?
But that seems a little far-fetched.
No. Oh God. Guys, don't hate me. What's the FNAF breach stupid meme? It's not Rebecca, is it? I'm trying to sneak around, but you know, you guys know.
Could say that
I'm done.
maybe in a grieving state, she went to somebody that could help fund this project of hers, and it just got so out of hand that she basically became under the control of somebody else, just like her creations. But this is just speculation, and we don't have enough evidence to truly understand the why yet. But the thing is, we don't need to know why she is there to understand the book. We know that Leslie is under the influence of somebody, but who is she being quote-unquote controlled by? To answer this question, let's go back to talking about how Leslie isn't the highest level in this universe. We need to figure out what could be above her. What could be up
If he
these
doesn't
stairs.
even hint towards a fact,
Finally
it's
time.
like a fourth
After
wall
all these
break.
episodes saying that I'm going to talk about these actors that we see in the show, it's finally
Yeah.
time to talk about them. We see some weird things pop up during this show, but But the
I think he's
weirdest
going for
by
what I was
far
saying.
has to be the actual actors.
Yeah.
We can see them in 2 different episodes and hear them in another. The times that we physically see the actors are here during the rewind in episode 4 and here in the big boys room in episode 6. However, we do hear them in episode 5 during the end credits. Let's start with episode 5.
Do I remember that?
Choo-choo says a train. Choo-choo says a train.
Yeah, I guess you can hear him in
Because
the
this moment
background.
is so funny,
They're
I
laughing
didn't
a
even
little bit.
realize that we were actually listening to these actors during this segment. We hear a new voice for this episode, completely messing up a song, while we hear somebody else laughing in the background. In episode 4, we can see that Warren the Eagle. Sorry.
Eagle.
When Warren the Eagle is
Boys. It's an eagle. All right, that is not a worm. It is an eagle, and you will make sure to spread this word.
rewinding these episodes, we can actually see the actors playing these puppets, and we
Yeah.
can also see what looks to be Becky herself right here.
Yes,
How
I
do we
think
know
Becky
it's
and
Just
Joe,
from her
is that their
back? Well,
Becky and
her
Joe?
clothes
Either way, those two are at the
identical
top.
to an image she posted on Instagram while on the set of DHMIS. Finally,
Yes.
the most important moment, episode 6. We can see here that there are 2 actors dressed up as the Blackboard, and
purposefully-
they definitely make it known that they can see Yellow
Yes.
Guy, and Yellow Guy can see them. We
And they're like,
actively see people who have more control over the set than Leslie does, as they are physically controlling these characters.
Yeah,
we
and
can
even the
see
smart
them
boys
knowing
don't
about
see the
Clay Hill
smart
in the
guys.
back. I will go
Okay, what did I just say? What did my brain just put together? What I meant to say is, even the smart boys cannot see the real guys. Thank you.
over everything Clay Hill and Wakey Wakey in a future video. So for right now, let's just focus on these actors. So we have now seen people that
Oh, yeah,
have
they did
much
cross
more
out Clay
control
Hill,
than
huh?
Leslie has ever had, so we can easily put these actors in the staircase above Leslie.
Yeah,
We can
obviously.
even speculate that the actual creators of the show would be at the top of this future
Yes!
pyramid, as we can
Yes!
see Becky right here. But
Yes!
that's not as important as learning who is up these stairs. We are off to a wonderful start, but we have still
All right,
not
I'm at least
answered our
he
big
put
question.
my thought into
What
there.
does the book say? Well, now with all these pieces that we've gathered, we can start
Could say a
putting
lot of
everything
things.
together. Jeez, now that I'm looking at this blackboard, we might not have enough room for everything. You know what? Let's
Make it
head
bigger.
somewhere where we can get an even bigger blackboard. So let's move
Oh,
to the
the-
bigger boys' room.
Yeah.
Perfect. Let's start writing everything we know. We know that Yellow Guy has been in the attic before.
He
we know
has.
that Yellow Guy wrote the book. We
He
know
has.
that Leslie is being controlled. We know
She
that
might
Leslie
be.
wants to break free.
She does.
And we know that the upstairs leads to the actors.
Of
Things
course.
are almost starting to fall into place in a very coherent manner. There is still one more thing we should look at.
And there's still one more thing I want to say. If Yellow Guy can see the actors, does that mean he sees himself being controlled? That's what I've been trying to get at here. Like, what I've really been trying to get at. Or is the actor controlling Yellow Guy Yellow Guy? Is that the true Yellow Guy?
Though. Let's head back to episode 6. We already know that Yellow Guy has been up here, but Leslie says a few more very interesting things in this entire sequence.
Show it to me.
First off, Leslie says something to Yellow Guy that feels like she shouldn't know. When
Like-
Leslie is talking to Yellow Guy for the first time by the piano, she says this.
I tell you what, you help me tidy things up around here, and I'll help you.
After asking Yellow Guy to help her tidy up,
Oh,
she says
I'll help
she'll
you.
help him,
She knows
but
that he
Yellow
wants
Guy never
something.
asked for her help.
Yeah.
She already knew what he was looking for. The next clip, after they finish cleaning, she says this.
You wanted this, didn't you?
Yes. Thank
Did
you.
I?
You did it in the past.
Yellow Guy never said that he wanted anything or was looking for something, but based on the way she phrases the sentence, it would
She
seem as
makes
if
it seem
Yellow
she
Guy
knows.
did ask.
Yeah.
But if he
Did ask, do
Yellow
care.
Guy would not have responded in such a confused manner. Right after Yellow Guy asks this, Leslie laughs as if it was obvious to her that he did ask.
Yeah.
Finally, we started mentioning this before, but never fully discussed it.
I
But
love that
Leslie never
head nod.
reads the book and instead hands it over to
I don't
Yellow
think she
Guy
can.
as if he was the only one who could read it.
Yeah, see?
If she was able to read the book, then why hasn't she? We now have our new information. We know for a fact that some
Boys. Boys. I know what the book is. Okay, this is very basic. If the top layer are the directors, okay? And it's what I'm thinking. And yellow guy solves his world. If he's trying to figure out what's going on with the world, the book is the script. The book is the script for the episodes. Holy shit.
Somehow, Leslie is following some sort of very specific directions
Excuse
that
my
are not
language.
being currently told to her. These things that she is doing are
I just-
oddly specific to the situation, and she keeps laughing as if Yellow Guy should know what's happening. But
Yeah.
if Yellow Guy was already up there with Leslie, and Leslie understands what's happening right now, and Leslie has the book that Yellow
Yep.
Guy wrote, these dots completely come together.
Do they now?
Old smart yellow guy and Leslie were coming up with a plan.
Yes.
A plan for what, you may ask? A plan to break the cycle.
I don't-
A plan to break free from these chains as Leslie so wishes to do. A reality that yellow guy is completely aware of.
Maybe.
So how do they scheme to break free from this cycle? Yellow guy creates a language.
That
a
the
dialect
top
that
people can't
only
read.
He can understand, as we see with the untouched book being given to Yellow Guy in a
Okay.
oddly specific
Maybe it's not the
way,
scripts, but
with
scripts
no
was
formal
very
requests
good
from
guess
this
if
new
it wasn't.
smart Yellow Guy. And through this, we can fully understand what the contents of the book are, and it's something we all thought before, but didn't have all this evidence to
Okay.
prove it. But
Boys, I hate to say this, but I'm split between me and his theory here. On one end, it could be the script. It really, really could be the script. On the other end, it really, really could be the plan to leave. Both of them are very plausible answers.
this book is the way to escape. The way for the entire cast and Leslie to finally leave. How do
But,
we know it involves?
okay, real quick. If that's the case, if that is the whole case, I have one argument on that side of it. They escaped in episode 5, and that version of them is gone. They left. They are still out in the wild. Like, that they're just out there. Because the car came back without them inside. You guys saw that.
The entire cast, because not only does Leslie push Yellow Guy to go to his friends and tell him about the contents of the book, and not only do we see Yellow Guy trying to communicate this book to them,
Yes.
but we see key features of all of these characters on the book cover. This is how Leslie is holding on to the book after it was written by Yellow Guy. This is why she is oddly doing these specific actions that are not asked of her, and this is what the book means.
Okay.
As involved and seemingly conclusive as all of this was, it wasn't.
Oh.
We have answered a lot of the questions, but have created a lot more as well. First
Don't
off,
worry about that.
if Yellow Guy wrote the book and wanted to bring his friends with him, why did he shred the book at the end?
'Cause he
And our
forgot.
next big question, if Yellow Guy was aware of everything that was going on above them, why didn't he try to communicate this with the main cast previously?
Because he forgot.
Considering that even if he
I
was
doubled
reset,
down.
he would still retain this knowledge.
Ah, no.
Let's start with our first question. Why would Yellow Guy shred this book?
'Kay.
A common theory is that Yellow Guy is shredding the book because he is choosing imprisonment over losing his friends.
Nope.
The idea behind this is based on the interaction that smart Yellow Guy has with dumb Yellow Guy in the mirror.
Have we gone wrong? I don't think so. This doesn't feel wrong.
Yeah, it's like he's got a
Had
split
to think
personality. He
of it.
literally talked to
But
himself
They seem upset with us. Maybe they're not in charge of us
anymore.
Maybe they never were.
Ooh.
We can see that Yellow Guy is somewhat scared of
He
losing
just
his friends.
walks
so
off.
when he finally is reunited with them, he shreds the book to keep their friendship.
Maybe.
However, I do not think this is the case. We see in episode 6 that Yellow Guy is super adamant on exploring and learning the status of his world and his place within it. He
Yes.
continues climbing these stairs with him being unsatisfied at each new peak. Finally,
Yeah,
when
he
gets
just wants to
top
learn
of
the truth.
steps, he receives the book and heads back down, not noticing the final flight of stairs.
Oh.
But-
That's true. He was content with taking the book. He thought that was all in all.
There's no possible way this could have happened. This smart Yellow Guy was able to create an experiment with a new subset of symbols that aren't quite numbers or letters in the matter of minutes after becoming smart. He experiments with these ideographs minutes after changing his batteries. He
course.
instantly understands what should and shouldn't be on the electric bill. He instantly understands
he just
the
becomes
concept
smart.
of insurance, and he is smart enough to know that all of these teachers are spewing absolute nonsense.
Garbage. Yes.
He is so aware of his surroundings that he is able to see the actual actors controlling these characters.
I do want to see, sometimes at least, I want to see like behind the scenes on this show. I don't know if they've got something out. I know they did one for the show, but
You cannot tell me that someone so smart and so aware of his surroundings would somehow miss this final flight of steps.
well, if you get
No
given
way.
something pretty
He
big.
has always and will always care for his friends. He
Okay.
goes back down with this new book in hand just so he can leave here with them, which was the original plan. Hence
Okay.
why all of their names and personal identifiers are spread throughout the country.
All right, I'll
There
stick
would
to
be
his theory for now.
Absolutely no way that after coming this far and sacrificing the knowledge of the final flight of steps just to bring his friends into reality, that
shovel.
he would shred this book because
What
he
about
would
my
find it an easier way
shredder?
out. If Yellow Guy wanted an easier way out, he would have changed his batteries immediately, but he chose
Yeah.
to continue on and go back to bring his friends with him. But if he was so adamant about bringing his friends with him to
Maybe.
this true reality, why did he shred the book? Well, to answer this question, we must go back to the actors in episode 4. Here,
The actors
we can
are controlling
see each
him.
of the characters being controlled in one
Yeah.
way or another. However, Yellow Guy's knowledge somewhat remains through the batteries and wires connected to his brain, which influences some of his actions, as we
So
can
he's-
see him remembering David's death in episode 5 and how he continues
So, if that's the case, he's not fully controlled by actors. Maybe his movements are, but his brain is.
upward in episode 6 without the control of the actors who are currently controlling the other characters.
Of
When
course.
Yellow Guy has his batteries fully charged, he is in full control of his own actions. When he reaches the attic, we can hear Leslie say this.
Can't I stay here with you?
No.
Oh no, you don't belong up here.
Leslie tells Yellow Guy to go
You
back
are-
down
yeah, go downstairs.
because he doesn't belong up there. For some reason, he is not allowed to be up there, but Leslie is not kicking him out. She is saying this as if it's a suggestion for both of their sakes. We already
true.
know that Yellow Guy
people
and Leslie
upstairs
were
would probably be
scheming
like,
to
"What is
break
he
free,"
doing?
which would make an understandable reason for why Yellow Guy shouldn't be up there to make sure that the actors don't catch on to their plan. But sadly, the actors have already caught on, as seen in the big boy's room.
Yeah.
Now we're starting to get somewhere. We have figured out that the more that Yellow Guy's batteries are charged, the more in control he is, and that Yellow Guy and Leslie's scheme must be kept secret and hidden from the actors, or else everything they worked for is completely useless.
Real quick. I wonder if maybe probably gonna be all the way to season 3. But imagine this, boys. They connect him to a generator. He gets so smart, he figures everything out instantly. But say that's like the the show finale. And as soon as he's about to say what everything's about, he just melts because he's connected to a generator. Oh, wow. That'd be interesting.
Actors have
That would
already
fit.
caught on. This is great, but it
Great.
still doesn't help us answer our
This
question.
is not great.
Why does he shred the book? Well, let's
Bird
start looking
shredded.
at Red Guy and Duck's adventure in this episode.
I'm at dirt.
Specifically, though, let's
Duck.
look at Elect Tracy. When the batteries are swapped, Elect Tracy gets the old ones. These
Yes.
batteries are not able to support the house's electricity, as we see in this clip.
So the batteries are powerful enough to support
Your
houses.
blood sugar is low.
These batteries are slowly failing until finally the batteries die and the power goes completely out, as
What?
Red Guy and Duck have used up the last bit of charge that these batteries were
I gotta
holding.
deal with that later.
Now, when Yellow Guy comes back downstairs, Duck swaps the batteries from Elect Tracy into Yellow Guy
But they're
before
dead.
They are reset.
But the
Yellow
batteries
Guy
are dead.
now has his old batteries back, but the problem is they are completely dead.
Yeah.
This is why Yellow Guy instantly has zero memory of the book again, even if he's powered by electricity, because right now there
He's
is
got nothing.
absolutely no current going through him. But we've
At all.
seen and established that the more
And before
charge
there was just a little bit of
his batteries hold, the more in control Yellow Guy truly is.
Yes.
But now his batteries are completely dead. Yellow Guy is not in control at all and is fully at the will of the actors.
Yeah, he's full
And
puppet
we know
mode.
for sure that the actors are at least somewhat aware of this little scheme that
So
Yellow
they're
Guy and
making him
Leslie have
shred that
cooked
book.
up based on them watching him go upstairs to where he shouldn't be, so they take charge. The
course.
actors, now fully in control of Yellow Guy, shred this book to make sure that Yellow Guy and Leslie
Oh, and maybe that's why he's laughing. That's the actors laughing through him.
never go through with their scheme to escape their grasp. We are on a roll, and let's keep it going.
Oh,
let's
boy.
answer our final question. If Yellow Guy was so adamant about leaving with his friends, why did he not tell them the truth through every new reboot? Well, he tried.
He
You
tried.
can see that these characters are aware of each other's names in this language
Yeah.
that we know Yellow Guy came up with. Yellow Guy was aware
In that case, Red was like, what was this, pictures or something? What did he say? He
that
said
his
something.
batteries were slowly dying. So to try and make sure he could remember, he placed post-its and the symbols throughout the house of their names.
Okay.
Which was why it was the only thing that they all knew and remembered in the first 5 episodes. And this Yellow Guy even tried to remind himself on the whiteboard. It
Remember
doesn't tell him to
it.
remember the password, it tells him to remember it. The password was a part of the symbols, but he needed to remember more than that. He needed to remember the entire language, but was only able to remember this much until his batteries died a little too much, and everyone else was reset.
But if
And
they knew
Red
that,
Guy
why
and
didn't they just
Duck
give him new
didn't
batteries?
remember their
Or
own
unless they didn't
names,
know.
and Yellow Guy was forced to re-establish these connections. This is how Yellow Guy wrote the book. This is what the book says. This is how Yellow Guy and Leslie tried to escape this nightmare.
All right, Rim
and
Games.
This is why Yellow Guy shredded the book.
My boy.
Woo! This video has taken it completely out of me.
Yeah.
This has been the longest video yet and the hardest to edit. If you've made it this far,
Rim Games,
please
you're doing
consider
great. You're awesome.
subscribing and ringing that bell icon because we have 2 more episodes to go.
Now, boys, you heard him. Make sure to go to Rim Games channel. Make sure to subscribe to him. Keep up with his theories. I almost said series. His theory series, I guess. Copyrighted. Anyways, boys, that was super cool. Oh my God, that actually opened a third eye in me. Jesus. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and until the next one, I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.
It's the custodian, it's that the custodian, I said the custodian.